Another year, another dollar? Where are you? Where's that hit single you promised?
Last year, we caught up with some awesome bands in New York and Kansas City to show you how to write, record, and release your own song. Well, this year, we're going to do it again in Los Angeles. In our first season, we worked with Los Cumpleaños, Alea, Descarrilao, Making Movies, and more. This year, we have some phenomenal special guests that we're excited to share with you. Before we start writing our new song, let's start in the very beginning by exploring some of the histories of our favorite music. I'm going to head down to Amoeba in West Hollywood, which is basically a giant encyclopedia of music. While I browse through these stacks, let's hear from some fellow musicians about how traditional music influences them.
My heritage and my music is cumbia. Plays a big influence in me because I grew up with all those type of genres.
We're heavily influenced by a lot of different rhythms and traditions and things that happen through the African diaspora that happen through the Americas. So a lot of us grew up, listening to a lot of these rhythms from Colombia, from Belize, in Mexico.
I grew up in East LA listening to more like classic rock, oldies, and Vicente Fernandez from my mom.
Well, my mom was a musician. So growing up with that legacy of somebody who played music but also had a really wide range of musical tastes was very inspirational to me as a young musician.
The music that we play, Spaghetti Cumbia, is a direct influence from our culture or our Mexican culture. It has a twist of our American culture itself.
Here we're in Riverside, and we're a lot of the musicians we compose, stories that happen here in Riverside, stories that happen here in California.
We're playing these traditional styles of music, but I balance it with modern concepts within my lyrics and my content.
The influence I get from traditional music styles, you can probably see that most in my lyrics and songwriting more than the actual sounds.
The fusion of all these different instruments, it also gives you that unique sound, because a lot of the times you won't hear the footwork that the girls do, like with the zapateado. They won't hear that art in Colombian music, or you might not hear Garifuna music mixed with the accordion from Colombia. So a lot of those mixes, the simple fact that we're able to do a nice fusion of all these different traditions through the instrumentation itself is what helps us create a unique sound.
This is what Spaghetti Cumbia is all about, a mixture of everything. That's why the name is Spaghetti.
I use these older styles that are actually rooted in beautiful culture, but also the industry and the genres themselves are very heteronormative and male dominated. So we're bringing the modern day perspective of women and queer people in the Latino community and bringing these fresh new ideas into a genre that has been so rooted in machismo.
It being a Western kind of theme, bringing the indigenous side, it's actually cool, and people like it and dug it, and I'm not wearing feathers because I'm just again the village people. That's my culture.
There's no way to touch on every genre of music from around the world, but I'd like to explore a bit of world music and talk about their histories. Cumbia is an old rhythm which comes from the coasts and jungles of Colombia. It's a fusion of indigenous, African, and European music with a unique rhythm. Cumbia is in 4/4 or 2/4 time with a distinct rest.
Very traditional, mostly just drums and singing and then some dancing. And actually, I heard a story, I don't know if this is true or if there's even a way to prove it, but that the two-step dance was because the people, I mean, this was like a enslaved, music, and this music of the enslaved people, and that was as far they could move their feet because they were chains. So a lot of that stuff, so you can hear some traditional styles of cumbia with artists like Totona Mocosina.
Andres Landero and Aniceto Molina helped shape the genre into what it is today. Cumbia villera is a music from the slums in Argentina. It borrows the Colombian cumbia rhythm but utilizes heavy guitar synthesizers. The guitar textures may be some of the most unique features of this regional variant of cumbia. Villera album covers are as unique as the villera sounds, frequently featuring funky illustrations or in-sync boy band style portraits. Stories and raps about daily life in the lower class are common. Supermercados and Los Pibes Chorros are champions of this genre. Chicha is a psychedelic surf rock genre of cumbia named for a corn-based beverage in Peru.
Chicha with that psychedelic guitar kind of sound.
It is heavy on the guitar and organ and has a laid-back, fun vibe. Los Mirlos, Los Chapis, Juaneco y Sucambo are some of those who pioneered this genre.
Doing chicha now, one I can think of off the top of my head, I know is going to appear in the series, is La Chamba.
Chicha's laid-back style has found a new home in California and is quite popular here. Techno cumbia came to international attention in the 1990s with Selena and the Cumbia Kings.
Mexican cumbia is kind of known for being electronic. You kind of dance it a little bit differently as well, like think of Selena cumbia.
50 years prior, a rock and roll form of cumbia had its beginnings in Mexico with Mickey Laurie. Stars like Bronco and Fito Olivares expanded on the style, giving this music an electronic Mexican flair. Cumbia sonidero is a new variation of Mexican cumbia. Sonideros often contain spoken word messages for audiences and family members and is a unique form of musical communication.
You've got that sonidero style coming out now as well, which is like where you really affect those vocals and slow them down, but it's still really electronic heavy.
A sonidero is often a slowed down techno cumbia record, similar to how vaporwave slows down the speeds of tunes. This led to a whole genre of music which emulates the slowed down messages. This smooth electronic cumbia uses different synth textures from past generations and is full of deeply distorted vocals. Grupo Qual, Los Teles, Grupo Maravilla, and Grupo Huey Huey have a great repertoire of music in this style.
Tejano cumbia as well. You've got, the accordion going on in there. It's got this like Tex-Mex flair.
As Mexican music crosses the US border, it's sometimes called norteño or Tejano music, depending on the style. Corridos are one type of border ballad. Corridos have their origin in old Western guitar tales. Even Johnny Cash's Folsom Prison Blues contains a cumbia-style rhythm, showcasing the shared histories of these genres. In recent times, the genre has borrowed from banda, rap, rock, and cumbia to have a more full urban sound, and stories of cowboys have changed to stories of smuggling and immigration. Much of norteño music from ranchera to tejano has a German influence. A two-step polka-style rhythm with a tuba can be heard. Legend has it that a German submarine sunk in the Gulf of Mexico and the tubas and accordions washed ashore generations ago, but the truth is that Northern Europeans traded tobacco for musical instruments locally, and many settled in Mexico, becoming farmers.
There's some really great bands doing Tejano-style cumbia, folks like Frontera Boogaloo out in El Paso.
There are an infinite number of musical styles out there, and we wish we could explore them all. Listening online and visiting libraries is great, but the best inspiration is to experience a live show in person. Imperio Sierreño brings the heat to Kansas City. They performed at Royals Kauffman Stadium for Latino Heritage Night, which hosted a salsa competition. The group performs traditional banda, corridos, and other Tejano and norteño style music. These guys are fire on the guitar. Their performance just gets crazier as it goes, so without further introduction, I'll let the video speak for itself.
Todos los días que dicen no entienden plan y sin guiones, y yo les contesto a todos que si me caso con llores. Y todos los días que dicen no entienden plan y sin guiones, y yo les contesto a todos que si me caso con llores. Ay, mi yacecita, tú tienes un cuerpo hermoso que parece sirenita. Ay, mi yacecita, tú tienes un cuerpo hermoso que parece sirenita. La guitarra es como la mujer, si no la tocan no suena. La guitarra le tocan las cuerdas a la mujer, tócale las penas. La guitarra es como la mujer, no la tocan no suena. La guitarra le tocan las cuerdas a la mujer, tócale las penas. La guitarra tócale las cuerdas a la mujer, tócale las penas. La guitarra tócale las cuerdas a la mujer, tócale las piernas. Siempre tengo en mi cuarto una guitarra y una mujer. La guitarra le toca un ratito, de la mujer, otro ratito también. La guitarra tócale las cuerdas a la mujer, tócale las piernas. La guitarra tócale las cuerdas a la mujer, tócale las piernas. Mamá dura está en el suelo, mamá no puedo con ella. Me la llevo en la cabeza, mamá no puedo con ella. La mujer está en el suelo, mamá no puedo con ella. Me la llevo en la cabeza, mamá no puedo con ella. Yo no puedo con ella, mamá no puedo con ella. Yo no puedo con ella, mamá no puedo con ella. La mujer está en el suelo, mamá no puedo con ella. Me la llevo en la cabeza, mamá no puedo con ella. La mujer está en el suelo, mamá no puedo con ella. Me la llevo en la cabeza, mamá no puedo con ella. Yo no puedo con ella, mamá no puedo con ella. Y es que no puedo con ella, mamá no puedo con ella. Vamos a ver, dice.